I don't know about you guys, but I personally love to see a zombie film that isn't over the top. No explosions, no gunfire, no chaos and mayhem, just real people dealing with real situations. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of Gear Breaker Nation, where we give you our excellent assessment and reviews. And in this video, we're going to be reviewing Maggie. Now, Maggie is a 2015 post-apocalyptic drama, and it essentially follows this girl named Maggie who ends up contracting this virus that's slowly turning her into a zombie. And the film focuses on this relationship she and her father have during her transformation. And I have to say, this is a surprisingly good film. Not only is it well written, but it's well directed. Now let's talk about the acting. Arnold completely kills the role in this film. He's mostly associated with more action-driven films with characters that don't have too much depth to them, but I have to say he gave a really good performance in this film. It's nice to see him, you know, tone back from all the action and the mayhem and the explosions to see a more subtle character, a more deep character, you know what I mean? He plays Maggie's father, and you can actually see this man struggling along with his daughter through her transformation. You can tell that this man knows what's going to happen, and he knows what he has to do, but he's just trying to fight with her every step of the way. And I have to give Arnold credit for that. He really surprised me in this film. Also, Abigail Breslin, she did a phenomenal job as well as Maggie. I actually felt for her character as she's having to sit here and deal with this, try to sit here and just try to be happy in a situation where she's just slowly but surely dying. And I have to say, I love the chemistry between these two. You can definitely tell that he was the father that would do anything to protect his daughter. And you can tell that both of these characters were just so vulnerable about the situation. But then when other events seem to come in on there, how fiercely the father would actually fight for his daughter. And that, I really appreciated this movie. They had some good performances in this movie. Like I said, surprisingly good performances. And as for the story, one thing I can say about the story is it is well directed. I hope this director actually gets more roles. For you guys who don't know who this is, it's Henry Hobson. This, I believe, is his debut film, and I have to say he did a surprisingly good job. Honestly, I did see how much the movie did cost, and I did see how much it got back, but I think it's because of the limited theatrical release. But had it been nationwide, I think it would have actually made a pretty good killing. Maybe even got nominated for something. But the story is subtle, and that's the best way I can say about it. It isn't over the top. It isn't just this grand scheme of things. It's just about the people. It's about the relationships. It's about the closeness. It feels like it has a claustrophobic feel to it, but it's not claustrophobic. It gives these characters room to breathe, and you get to see the different aspects of their life, whether they're working, whether they're communicating with family, whether they're communicating with friends. Everything about the story feels nice. And the thing about it is, it does not have to show everything in the world. It shows just enough to emphasize what's actually going on with this virus that's wreaking havoc in the world. And I know there were some people that won't like this, but there are some moments where there's some long drawn out shots of just the way characters are looking, or you know, of different areas like the trees or something like that. And I thought that was a really effective tool to kind of give the tone of the film, which it kind of is a bleak tone, but it's done really well. It's not actually annoying. It actually makes it more, it keeps that subtle feel to it. It's not really dark, and it's not overly light. It's just right. It's just perfect. I don't know how else to describe this. Another aspect of the film that I really enjoyed is the transformation. As I said before, it's subtle. At first you see it affecting her eyes, then you can see it around her eyes, you see like the veins show up. The way it shows her progression throughout the film is done really well, and I have to give the movie props for that also. Even the other zombies that end up showing up in the film, they're not overly aggressive, they're not overly crazy or anything like that. And I know this is one of those films that people won't appreciate because we live in a time where when you associate zombies or something like that, you say it has to be gunfire, explosions, the military, survivors. But I feel like this is a great a great film to just rein all that in and make it more personal. And I felt like this movie is a lot more personal. I have not seen zombie films take it to such a level like this before, but the ones that I have seen are done really well. And I have to say, this movie is one of the best in my opinion. There was only one aspect of the film that I really wish that the film could have elaborated on, and that's how her character got bitten. You see clips of it in a dream, but you don't necessarily get the full story. And I really would have liked to seen that, but the film overall is still good. It's still a really good watch. For those people who enjoy zombie films that aren't completely over the top, that like to personalize the characters and go with them rather than just see them just go out guns a-blazing, this film is definitely for you. And I have to say, Maggie definitely deserves a 4 out of 5. I honestly had a surprisingly good time with this film. It had me edge of the seat. There was even one scene in it that was so tense. I was just dying, wanting to know what was going to happen in the next scene. But I will not spoil that for you guys. So anyway, in the comment section below, have you seen Maggie? What do you think of it? Did you like Arnold's performance? Because I personally did. I really enjoyed his performance. And do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger should play more movies like this? More toned down, more humanoid, more personalized, more dramatic roles? And to the next edition of Gear Breaker Nation, keep those gears turning, guys.